is to hold the Biden administration accountable to the laws that exist on the books in the United States of America.
And here we go with the charade to hold President Biden accountable. This is what they do. The same thing Kathy Hochul did. We got to hold President Biden accountable for this. No, you knew it was being done by design. You wanted this to happen. This is the course of action that you pursued. Don't try to make us believe that it is any different, because it is not. Your actions speak louder than your words. They always do. Take a listen.
Walk us through a typical day at the border. Talk to us about what that looks like and these different categories of individuals.
So let's do a little compare and contrast. What does a typical day look like in New York City with regard to the migration process? And it is completely different than what we are dealing with every single day on the border.
Although you are the sole catalyst for what is happening here in New York and everywhere else. I mean, don't get me wrong, okay? Mayor Adams and Kathy Hochul certainly sitting there saying we're a sanctuary state didn't help matters any, but that was all part of your plan. Don't act like you didn't do this on purpose. You state that there is a problem at the border, which there is. That's obvious to everyone. However, you are the one who is spreading the invasion, spreading the invaders throughout our country, busing them and flying them wherever they need to go. Okay? As part of the resolution. No. That's your design. Okay? To oversaturate our country with illegal invaders in hopes of maybe creating another. Well, let's find out. In hopes of what exactly, right? Why do they do these things? Let's find out.
Go to the UN's website and read all about replacement migration patterns and exactly what they plan and what will benefit the United Nations. I mean, if you just go through these documents, it's right there. The United Nations says they want basically over 600 million migrants brought to the United States, 500 million brought to Europe. I mean, they break it down by country. You can read it in every language you want.
And they are doing it. And they're doing it. Look at France. Look at Italy. Look at the United States. They certainly are doing this.
You can read it in German. You can read it in English. You can read it in Japanese. It doesn't matter. You can read it all right here in the United Nations report. Here's just one highlight here, the scenario where scenario 3 that keeps the size of the total population of Europe constant at its maximum. This is just one scenario, they say, of 728 million people and calculates the number of migrants that would be required in order to prevent the decline of the population in the face of increasing excess of deaths or overbirths. The calculations show that a net total of 100 million migrants would be required during the period of 1995 to 2050 just to maintain the total population of Europe at its 1995 level. This corresponds to an average of approximately 1.8 million net migrants per year.
Is there any wonder why they're so pro-abortion? Is there any wonder why they want to confuse our young people with this gender ideals? Confusing our young people, wanting to mutilate our young people. It's incredible, really. Now, there's no agenda, though. It's conspiracy theories! Conspiracy theories. That's from the UN's website.
By 2050, out of a total population of 728 million, 127 million, or close to 18%, would be post-1995 immigrants or their descendants.
We have people who are being pushed across the border by the cartels, by the thousands, into small little communities.
The colonias in Texas a few months ago, Michael Yon actually covered that story for us and went up in a helicopter and showed us these colonias being built in Texas, how these massive neighborhoods are constructed using taxpayer dollars to house and feed illegal immigrants. We're giving them homes. We saw, of course, a massive disaster happen there. A massacre happened in this immigrant population in Colony Ridge a few months ago, back I think in May or April of this year. Rival gangs killed 5 people from Honduras.
There you go. Does he really want to remedy the problem? By building them colonies? To house 75,000 of them? Oh, that's the solution, right? Taxpayer funded colonies too, in secret. He won't answer any questions. If they reach out to Abbott, nothing. Crickets. Their actions always speak louder than their words. If they wanted to remedy this problem, they knew what to do. Remain in Mexico worked. That is why it was the first thing that Crooked Joe got rid of upon his inauguration. First thing he got rid of, to dismantle our border, to let the invasion begin. He really wants to remedy the problem by building them colonies and busing them all throughout the United States. That's how he remedies that. That's his solution. Go Abbott.